we welcome you inside the Moore Fitness Center for AAC men's basketball as Columbia International plays host to Bluefield College. Hello everyone, Kate Crenshaw with you on the CIU Sports Network. Well, as we look at recent trends for these two teams, they have sort of gone in opposite directions. Bluefield, winners of 2 of their last 3. They bring with them a 3-3 overall mark, a 2-3 record in AAC. Meanwhile, for Columbia International, they have lost 2 of their last 3 to bring their record on the season 2-3 overall and 2-2 in the conference. These two teams split last year's 2 meetings, as both were decided by single-digit points, 3 apiece, with 1 win for each club. It's Bluefield basketball to get things underway. Standing at the top of the key is Jamal Hinckley. He tries driving left side. It's picked and stolen by Brinson. The Rams, with their first offensive possession of the day, will wait to reset the offense. It's Brinson, Causey, McKinney, Heathcock, and Oates, the starting 5 on the floor for Tony Stockman's squad. Brinson at the top of the key, dribbles right side, dishes to Causey in the corner. He brings it back up to the straightaway. Now dishes right, Art McKinney. 8 to shoot. Skyler defended there by Hinkle. Handoff pass, Darian Oates. Looks to get it over to Brinson with 4 to shoot. A running right hand. Pinball's out. Rebound grab by White. Still no score. 45 seconds into the first half. Elijah White, the true freshman point guard, dishes over Hinkle at the top of the key, defended by Heathcock. Dribbles right side, pulls up for an elbow jumper. It's too strong. Soaring in for the board is Heathcock, his first today. Under 19 minutes left in the first half, still no score. Brinson on a pick and roll, down to Heathcock, low post. Spin move left hand, good. From the block is DeAnthony Heathcock, the first points today for the Rams, as CIU takes an early 2-0 lead, 18:43 left in the half. White, right side to Bullock. Now he's swinging around to Shields along the left side, picks up his dribble. Passes back to Bullock, working around the screen. Bullock driving on Oates, trying to soar in. Right hand too strong off the glass. Put back good from Hinkle. We're tied up at 2 with 18:19 left in the first half. Full court pass up to McKinney. In the corner, back out Brinson, now Oates left side. Guarded there by Bullock. Handoff pass to Brinson. Brings back top of the key, back to Oates on the near corner. Driving right hand underneath Heathcock, low post basket, not there, off the back iron. Rebound grab by Elijah White. Takes 1 step inside the 3-point line, shot won't go. Offensively grabbed by Mann. Back outside, Bullock 3-ball, you betcha. Christian Bullock with his first basket today makes it a 5-2 Bluefield lead. 17.5 to play. Underneath, Heathcock slams it down, but Bryce Causey going to be whistled for the travel. Whistle for the offensive foul, excuse me, I said travel. 17:29 left in the first half. It's Causey's first, team's first as well. Oates grabbing the board. Now the Rams working in transition. Brinson, dish out left side. McKinney, 3-ball left arc, too strong. Offensively grabbed. The rebound by Causey. They go back up top. Darian Oates now right side. He works right to left, driving the paint. Oates reverse right hand, good. Darian Oates, the senior from Goldsboro, North Carolina, draws the Rams then 1, 5-4. Bluefield lead, 16:48 left. White looking to drive, spin move at the elbow, kicks it back outside to Mann. Down low, Hinkle brings it out to the right corner. Hinkle into the paint, working on McKinney. Puts up the left hand, no good. Rebound by Heathcock as Brinson works up the left side of the floor. Right side, McKinney looking to drive. Dish back out, Brinson. Guarded there by White. Cross-court pass, Heathcock. 3-ball up, too strong. Rebound grab by Shields. 16:09 left in the first half. Bluefield leading 5-4. Bullock, straightaway 3-ball, well off. Left side of the backboard, it'll hit. McKinney grabs the rebound. With Oates now standing left side. Over to Brinson. Back out McKinney. Right arc looking to drive. McKinney Euro step in. Too strong. Rebound grab by McKinley Mann once again. His second rebound. Elijah White penetrated the paint left side. Brings it back out the perimeter. Guarded by McKinney. White crossover dribble. Right hand layup. Too strong. Left short. Rams in transition. Brinson left arc. Back out to McKinney. 5-4, Bluefield leads. 15 on the shot clock. And just over 15 minutes on the game clock. Darian Oates runner off the mark from the left side. As White works with the floor, handoff pass to Shields. Underneath to a wide open Hinkle, who then draws the double team by the time the pass gets there. And it's deflected by McKinney. 15 minutes left. Pass left corner, Darian Oates 3-ball. You betcha. Darian Oates knocks down the 3-pointer to put Columbia International up 7-5. On the other end, Shields puts up a 3. He can't respond as Bluefield has now missed each of their last 6 shots. Oates right corner. McKinney 3-ball up. You betcha. Back-to-back threes from Columbia International forces a Bluefield timeout. 14:34 to play in the first half. An 8-0 run from CIU gives the Rams a 10-5 lead over Bluefield. We'll be back in moments on the CIU Sports Network. .34 to play in the first half, and Columbia International has finally found an offensive rhythm early on in this one. They lead it 10-5, courtesy of an 8-0 run. But that's also thanks in part to Bluefield missing each of their last 6 shots from the floor. As when Bluefield started out with an early 5-2 lead, they've gone cold since, shooting just 18% from the floor. 14.5 to play out of the Bluefield timeout. It'll be their basketball. Jalen Jeter, James Davis, DeAnthony Heathcock, Darian Oates, and Christian Howard, the 5 Rams on the floor defensively in a man-to-man defense. 15 to shoot. White, spin move, top of the key, good. From the free throw line, Elijah White knocks it down with 14:11 to go in the first half. With Howard looking to drive, he's whistled for the travel. 10-7 Rams lead. One substitution on for Columbia International. Malak Razic, his first minutes for Heathcock. Inbounds to White. He'll work at the floor against Jeter. Crossing the timeline with 14 minutes left in the first half. Rams up by 3. Right side. White pull-up 3-ball, no good. Olive Razic grabs the rebound. 13:45 left in the first half. James Davis dish over to Jeter. He'll picks up his dribble at the right elbow, and now he's double teamed, but gets it out to Davis. Davis trying to drive, right hand, has it poked away, and he's fouled. Christian Bullock picks up his first, team second. Inbounds to Olive Razic, gets it out to Davis. Back underneath to Howard, who's the trigger man. To the perimeter it goes to Oates. Driving right baseline. Pass over to Christian Howard. Cross-court dish. Jeter drives right hand layup, too strong. Rebound punched out of bounds. It'll be Bluefield basketball with 13:17 left in the first half. Columbia International up by 3. Elijah White, a true freshman point guard from Chesapeake, Virginia, works up on Davis as he crosses the timeline. Bluefield trailing by 3 points, just over 13 minutes left in the first half. Pass stolen away by Davis in transition. The freshman fouled hard underneath by Shields. Davis quickly back to his feet. And head coach Tony Stockman calling for a flagrant. The referees are going to counsel up. I would have to agree that was clearly intentional from Brandon Shields. He came over the top and brought down Davis almost as if it was a clothesline. And they will simply call it a common foul. Shields gets away with one there. With 13 minutes left in the first half. Davis at the line. First shot up and good. His first free throw attempts this season. And his first points of his collegiate career come from the free throw line. Was held scoreless in his previous 4 games this season. Davis' second shot up and good as he was recovering from an ankle injury. 13 minutes left to play in the first half. Columbia International up 12-7. Spencer Hairston working up the floor, gives way to White. But it's backcourt. Crossing the timeline, Hairston dished over to White. And a turnover from Bluefield. 12:54 to play in this first half. 12-7 our score, and after the miscue, Hairston to the sidelines as Caleb Hewitt checks on for Bluefield. Jeter to inbounds, goes to Jay Pack, a true freshman from Augusta, Georgia, who's fresh off the bench for CIU, gives right back to Jeter. Left side, Pack, 3-ball up, pinballing out. Rebound snagged by Volante Carroll. And Bluefield in transition, trying to make up a 5-point deficit. White at the top of the key, defended by Davis in a man-to-man defensive set. 12.5 to go in the first half. Dishes right side to Hewitt. Guarded there by Pack. Hewitt works right to left, driving left side of the paint. He's fouled as his shot won't fall. And he'll head to the line for 2. Jay Pack commits his first, team second. As Hewitt drove from the right arc in and around the free throw line up the left post, trying to lift up a shot there, and he's fouled. Hewitt, a graduate student, Hickory, North Carolina, knocks in the first. Hasn't played much this season, just 17 minutes through 3 games. Kinley Mann checking out, Jamal Hinkle on the floor for Bluefield, as Hewitt knocks down both. (12-9) our score. Columbia International leads with 12:20 left in the first half. Davis crosses the timeline, dishes up in front to Jeter. Shot won't go. Malavrazic fouled underneath. He'll head to the line for 2. On a putback attempt from Vlad Malavrazic. Foul by Hewitt, his first, team's third. Malavrazic steps to the line, just 1 for 1 this season. First shot today, too strong. Sophomore out of Serbia. Second attempt good with 12:13 to play in the first half. Columbia International up by 4. 13-9 our score over Bluefield. Up the right side of the floor is Hewitt. He now brings it back to the center court logo, defended by Davis. Trying to work around the screen. Instead, he drives right side. Blocked out of bounds by Malavrazic. The Serbian sophomore soars in to swat it away. 11:59 left in the first half. Rams up 13-9. Quick inbounds, White. Right wing 3. Left short. Rebound grab by Jeter. In transition, Jeter dishes over to Howard, who nearly loses the dribble, is able to recover and get back out to Davis. Down low, Howard on the left baseline. Gets to the post, backing down his defender. Turnaround Jay, good from Christian Howard as he gets it up and over Sage McClellan, the sophomore fresh off the bench. Rams lead now 15-9. Hewitt around the screen. Handoff pass, White. But as he handed it off, dished out an illegal screen. That's Hewitt's second, team's fourth. So head of the sidelines, back on the floor is Spencer Hairston. Rams leading by 6. Davis looking for Howard underneath. Pass a little bit high, tried coming down and then saving it, but he stepped out of bounds in the process. $11:15 to play in the first half. Rams up 15-9. Crossing center court is White. He now drives left hand, gets in the paint, then falls hard. Ball's loose. Jeter comes away with it. Rams in transition. He's stripped on the other end. Picking it up is Hinkle. Trying to find White on the opposite end of the floor. And the pass was too far. Quick substitution on. Davis steps out for Brinson. Meanwhile, Caleb Morgan into the game for Jamal Hinkle, who had the errant pass that more than likely cost Bluefield a bucket, as they've been held scoreless the last 3 minutes and change, missing 9 of their last 10 shots. Rams the inbounds and a full court pressure applied. They get it into Brinson, who works up against Elijah White. Point guard on point guard, under 11 to go in the first half. Rams up by 6. At the center court logo and across the timeline, Brinson dishes right side to McKinney. He's guarded there by McKellen. Cross court pass, left arc three from Pack, too strong. Rebound grab by Volante Carroll off the back iron. Carroll's 3rd rebound today. White at midcourt, guarded by Pack, with Bluefield staring at a 6-point deficit and 10.5 to play before the break. McClellan dribbles left side, guarded there by McKinney. Works around the screen. Dishes a pass underneath from the free throw line, trying to find Carroll underneath the basket. Is taken away by Howard. On the other end, Brinson dishes to Howard on the left wing. Looked at the 3, now drives baseline underneath to Pack, who has to dribble out from the post. Dish out left side, Brinson. 3 ball up, rattling out. Howard grabs the offensive glass. Takes 1 power dribble from the low post. It's rejected back by Carroll. And Bluefield commands the possession. Up the floor to McClellan, who is left unguarded, but he can't finish the right-handed layup. Carroll tried saving it from falling out of bounds, but his toe came down on the line. And Bluefield head coach Richard Morgan very frustrated with his team. His 14th season at the helm, going for his 200th win tonight. Elijah White onto the sidelines. Spencer Harrison back on the floor, and he's getting an earful from Morgan on those sidelines as well. 9.5 to go in the first half. Anthony Heathcock fresh onto the floor. Underneath to Christian Howard. Turnaround left-hand layup, good. 17-9, Rams lead over Bluefield. 9:22 to play in the first half. Carroll, handoff McClellan. Top of the key, defended by McKinney with 15 to shoot. McClellan turns up, left side jumper, good from 7. 9:05 left in the first half. The lead trimmed back to 6. As that snapped a 3-minute scoring drought for Bluefield. In the corner is Heathcock. Underneath, Howard. Right block, turnaround shot, good from the circle. Christian Howard having his way early. Now 6 points, that's a team high for Columbia International, who leads 19-11. 8:40 left in the first half. Handoff pass, top of the key for Caleb Morgan. Hands it back to Bullock. And now a dish off to Harrison, guarded by Brinson. Right side, McClellan along the wing, guarded by McKinney. Trying to drive left hand. It's blocked at the post. Loose ball falls in the hands of Harrison. Shot clock has not reset. 5 seconds left. Bullock pulls up for a J from 10 feet out. Pinball's out. Harrison there for the offensive board and put back. Plenty of opportunities and plenty of action on that possession for Bluefield as they come away with the bucket for Spencer Hairston, the freshman out of Martinsville, Virginia. Finds his first points and cuts the deficit back to 6. International leading 19-13. Heathcock dribbles left side, gives way to Jay Pack, guarded there by Bullock. Back up top to Brinson, with the Rams looking at a 2-3 zone. Left side, Howard trying to drive, kicks out to the right wing. Now top of the key, Brinson with 1 to shoot, knocks it down just before the buzzer is Jalen Brinson. His first made basket today. But the talented senior guard out of Orlando. 7.5 to go in the first half. 22-13 our score. Top of the key, Harrison defended by Pack. Rams looking to protect a 9-point lead. Hairston pull up Jay from the right elbow. Off the left side. Rebound grab by Howard. As Brinson brings up the right side of the front court, trying to extend the Rams lead to double digits for the first time today. 22-13 our score. Columbia International has made each of their last 3 shots. Howard at the low post. Backs down Hewitt. Up and in. And one. A late and one call for Christian Howard, and Richard Morgan can't believe it. Head coach of Bluefield, very animated man, stands in disbelief. Caleb Morgan will pick up his first, team's 5th. Christian Howard head of the stripe, an opportunity at a 3-point play. Howard, a 48% shooter from the line this season, knocks down that attempt. And so head to the sidelines, Bryce Causey back in. Meanwhile, on the Bluefield side, Brandon Shields steps on for Hairston. McKinley Mann into the game for Morgan. 7:02 left in the first half. Columbia International leads at 25-13. As Bluefield looks to snap back into an offensive rhythm. They have made just 2 of their last 10 shots from the floor. Bullock guarded heavily by Brinson. Gets past him. Now back to the back line of McKinney. Dish back out in McClellan. The Rams in a man-to-man defensive set. Driving is McClellan. An illegal screen whistled against Hinkle. 6:38 left in the first half. It's 25-13 our score. Columbia International leads. Left side, back top of the key, Oates. Gets a screen from Heathcock. Oates up and in. Underneath for Darian Oates. Timeout, Bluefield. An 8-0 run for the Rams as they have made each of their last 5 shots with 6:22 left in the first half. Columbia International leads Bluefield 27-13. We'll be back on the CIU Sports Network. .622 left in the first half tonight as Columbia International leads Bluefield 27-13. The Rams have been hot over the last 2 minutes before the Bluefield timeout. Columbia International an 8-0 run that included making each of their last 5 shots from the floor. Meanwhile, Bluefield looks to snap back to an offensive rhythm as they have made just 2 of their last 10. Out of the timeout is Bluefield basketball as White dishes left side Bullock. He backs down Oates to the left post. Trapped in the paint, he'll just lift up a shot. Surrounded by Rams, it won't fall, and McKinney brings down the board defensively. 6 minutes left in the half, Rams up by 14 points. Dish out, left side corner 3 from Causey. Pinballs away. Rebound grab by Hinkle. Bluefield in transition. It's White, the point guard. Turnaround, right hand layup, up and under for Elijah White. A true freshman from Chesapeake, Virginia. Now with 4 points. Cuts the deficit down to 12 for Bluefield with 5.5 to go before the break. Oates, Brinson, Causey, McKinney, Heathcock, the 5 Rams on the floor. Out of the timeout, that's the starting 5 for Tony Stockman's group. Oates around the screen for McKinney. Looking for a pick and roll underneath to Heathcock, who lays it up and in with the right hand. Anthony Heathcock now 4 points, the lead back to 14. 29-15, Columbia International leads Bluefield. Dish out pass right side for Bullock, guarded there by Oates. Gets a screen from Mann as he brings it back top of the key. Now drives right side of the paint on McKinney. Up and good with the right hand is Christian Bullock. He averages a little over 6 points a game. He's already eclipsed that total today with 7. 29-17 our score, 4:48 left in the half. Brinson standing right side of the front court. Gets a screen from McKinney, another from Heathcock. Up, alley-oop, left short by Heathcock. Could not slam it home. White nearly slipped at midcourt, was able to recover. Now swings it around, right side Shields, back to Bullock, who stands just right of the key. They go to the right elbow for Mann, looking to knock down the jumper in the face of Brinson. It's too strong, and Brinson grabs the board. Trying to make a smooth pass behind the back to Darian Oates, but it will sail out of bounds. Oates wasn't able to corral it. 4:17 left in the first half. McKinley Mann checks out for Bluefield. Meanwhile, Volante Carroll, a member of the all-conference defensive team a year ago, is back on the floor. Meanwhile, for CIU, Christian Howard, James Davis in. Brinson and McKinney out. Layup good from Elijah White on the right side with 4:03 left in the first half. 29-19 our score. Davis over to Causey. Now left side, Heathcock as he brings it back top of the key over to Howard. Howard right side. Darian Oates driving right hand up and good. Darian Oates works right to left but lays it in with the right hand and push the lead to 31-19. Columbia International timeout CIU. 3:57 left in the first half. We'll be back in moments on the CIU Sports Network. Minutes, 45 seconds left of action in this first half as Columbia International leads Bluefield 31-19. We welcome you back inside the Moore Fitness Center. And as of late, and was once a close game back and forth, Columbia International used an 8-0 run midway through this half, but as of late, they've built even on stronger, making 7 of their last 9 shots to build their lead up to 12. Coast-to-coast drive from White, blocked off the backboard by Heathcock. Headed the other end goes Darian Oates. Dish out left side, Causey back up top, Howard. Howard kicks out Davis. Wide open 3 right side, off the mark. Causey grabs the board offensively, tries to put up a shot to draw the foul. It won't go. And grabbing the board defensively was Carroll. He's fouled by Howard. Christian Howard picks up his first, team's third. Vlad Malavrazic checks in for CIU and DeAnthony Heathcock. Serbian sophomore with 1 point today. That was a free throw. Elijah White to bring out the floor for Bluefield as they trail by 12. He crosses the center court line. Now dishes left side Bullock back top of the key around the right side to Shields. Shields works right to left, hands it off to Bullock at the straightaway. Guarded there by Causey. Pulls up for a J at the free throw line and knocks it down from 12 feet out. Christian Bullock now 7 points, under 3 to play in the half. Meanwhile, Columbia International still leads it by 10. Pass left side, Causey, a handoff to Davis. Quarterback to tailback. Davis backs down his defender at the low post, looks to go over the top to Malavrazic. He corrals it, turnaround shot off the mark. Hit the top of the backboard, nothing, no part of the rim. Bullock at the top of the key, guarded there by Oates. Dribbles to the elbow, then hands off pass now to White. Left side 3 ball, good. Elijah White now with 7 points. Just 8 shy of his career high with 2:15 left in the first half. 31-24 our score. Oates brings it out with the center court logo. Now dishes right side, James Davis. 2 minutes left to play, 10 on the shot clock. Darian Oates dribbles to the left baseline, knocks down the jumper. A minute 54 left in the first half. It's 33-24 CIU. As of late, Bluefield snapped into a rhythm. They've made 5 of their last 7 shots, but need to do just a little bit more to try to eat away at the deficit. They've trimmed it down to 9 points as Bullock stands along the right arc. Now takes to the top of the key, 1 foot inside the three-point line. He can't knock down the shot, and the Rams grab the rebound. Oates around a Malavrazic screen. Turnaround from Darian into the paint. Nearly has it taken away. He gets it back out to Causey. Now underneath to Howard, who's whistled for the travel. A minute 18 left in the first half. Causey out. Jalen Jeter on. Meanwhile, Jalen Brinson checks in for Davis. Also McKinney and Heathcock on for Malavrazic and Howard. On the Bluefield side, just 1 change. Bullock out and Hairston in. A minute 18 left in the first half. Columbia International up 33-24. White guarded by Brinson. Gets it across the timeline with a minute 8 left in the break. Dish out left side. Hairston guarded there by Jeter. Brings back top of the key out to Shields. 3 ball up from the right side, no good. Offensive board grab by Hairston. He puts up a 3 and knocks it down. Spencer Hairston, the true freshman from Martinsville, Virginia, cuts the deficit down to 6 with 49 seconds to play in the break. Dish out right side. Jalen Jeter, 3 ball, too strong. Rebound punched out, grabbed by Jeter. Pass back underneath to McKinney. The jumper won't go as Hairston grabs the board for Bluefield. 34 seconds to play. Now 25 to shoot, but leaving it up in the air was White, who can't knock down the shot. Shot clock off, 23 seconds to play. Columbia International leads 33-27 with 20 seconds left in the first half. Brinson holding possession at midcourt, standing on the logo with 10 seconds, now 9. He's got Heathcock coming out for a screen, and he gets it. Brinson now dribbling left side. Dishes back at Oates. Straight away 3 ball from Darian Oates. Too strong. Loose rebound poked out of bounds. Clock stops at a minute, 1.2 seconds, as it'll be CIU basketball. Up by 6. 1.2 seconds remain before halftime. McKinney, the trigger underneath the Rams' own basket. They're going to have to get a quick shot off. Up and nearly slamming it home was Heathcock, but his dunk will rattle out. 33-27 our score. Columbia International leads Bluefield at the break. We'll be back in moments when we speak with Rams head coach Tony Stoutman. We return on the CIU Sports Network. Back on the CIU Sports Network, Coach Topman, you're up by 6 at the break. What were your first half takeaways?
Yeah, I thought we did some good things early. I thought late they got loose, but I mean they're a shot-making team and they made some tough shots late. 6 offensive rebounds, maybe too many. I thought a couple we could have got. A couple mistakes on defense that led to the shots made by them. Like I say, we got a 6-point lead. That's what we want at this half, and they only got 27. So, like I say, they can really score it. So, if we can keep another half like that, we'll be in good situation.
A team that leaves heavy on the 3 ball. You hold them just 3 made shots from the perimeter in the first half. What was the key to that?
Yeah, I mean, our defense kind of works that way. You know, we try to do hard catches and be there on the catch, so they shouldn't get a lot of catch and shoot threes. Like I said, then later they started getting some drives and things like that kind of hurt us a little bit. So it's got to give and take, whatever we're going to give up. Like I say, 27 is good. We got to score more. I mean, I thought we left a lot, maybe 4 or 5 layups that we missed and a couple open threes. So hope we can shoot better in the second half.
What's the biggest difference maker going to be in the second half?
I think it's going to be that. If we can continue to make them their catch and shoot, like not give them a lot of catch and shoot, guard our yard, rebound the ball, and execute our offense, we're going to have to make some shots. We're going to make some outside shots and continue to get into the paint.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
They head into the break. Columbia International up 33-27 over Bluefield. We'll be back in moments on the CIU Sports Network. Back for second half action inside the Moore Fitness Center. Kate Crenshaw with you as CIU leads Bluefield 33-27. It's Columbia International basketball. To get things underway, Brinson holding court left side of the arc. Up underneath to Heathcock. He takes to the low post and brings it back to the perimeter. Joining those two on the floor, McKinney, Causey, and Oates. It's McKinney trying to drive into the paint. Lifts up a shot from the elbow. It's no good. It's foul whistled on the floor against Brandon Shields. His first. Team's first. 19:41 left in the ball game. 33-27. CIU leads it. Both teams shot under 40% in that first half. And played some pretty good basketball. Bluefield 7 turnovers to CIU 6. Inbounds goes to Brinson, 15 to shoot. He brings it back out top of the key. Hand off, Causey right side. He works it back toward the left. And over to McKinney. 3, lifted just left side of the arc. Too strong. And immediately Bluefield tries to slow down their offense with 19:20 to play. They go right side to Bullock. Guarded there by Oates. Into the corner for White. Fouled there. 19:15 left in the half. Jalen Brinson make that Bryce Causey. Picks up his second personal, team's first. Inbounds to Kinley Mann in the corner, hands it off to White along the right wing. White works right to left, hands it off to Bullock, who goes back to the right side. Bullock to Mann in the corner, 8 to shoot, guarded by McKinney. Dishes it underneath, trying to find Hinkle, up and under. Goes Jamal Hinkle with 18:54 left to draw Bluefield within 4. Brinson left side to McKinney, back up top to Oates. Now in the hands of Brinson, underneath Heathcock, fouled and one. Got it to go. Heathcock was going for just the short drop in inside the circle. He's fouled by Shields. That's his third. Team's second. An unnecessary foul from Brandon Shields, as no type of offensive play was probably going to break up that shot from Heathcock, who's at the line for one, 56% shooter. Pinball's out, rebound grabbed by Mann. 35-29, Columbia International leads Bluefield with 18.5 to go. Left side, Hinkle in the corner. Guarded there by Heathcock. Now goes underneath to Mann. Turnaround Jay from the left baseline. Too strong. Rebound grabbed by Heathcock. Brinson high up the floor for Causey, who corrals it. Right hand reversal, no good. Bullock the board. 18-10 to play. Rams up by 6. Bullock trying to go coast to coast and does with the left hand. Christian Bullock, the junior from Goldsboro, North Carolina, now with 9 points for Bluefield. That leads the Rams. 35-31, Columbia International still leads it by 4 with under 18 minutes to go. Backdoor cut from Heathcock. Nearly saves it out of bounds. He's whistled for the travel. .44 left. 7th turnover of the night from CIU. White up the left side, crossover dribble. Up and in with the right hand. Goes Elijah White. Left side, McKinney along the wing. 17.5 to go. Rams lead it by just 2. Right side, Heathcock dribbles it back out the perimeter. Here's McKinney, driving left hand, up and good. Just over 17 minutes left. Columbia International clinging to a 37-33 lead. Pass left side for Bluefield in the hands of Bullock. They go underneath to Mann, trying to back down McKinney on the block. Turnaround shot left short from 10 feet out. Rebound grabbed by Darian Oates. A couple bounce passes over to McKinney, now back to Oates. He dribbles into the paint, hands off to Causey, right hand reversal, good from Bryce Causey. 39-33, Rams lead it. White brings it across center court, guarded there by Brinson. Dribbles left side to Bullock, 16.5 to go. Back to the hands of White, closer to the left corner. Gets a screen from man, now guarded by McKinney. He pulls up for a jumper just outside the elbow and knocks it down. Elijah White now with 13 points today. That leads Bluefield as they've drawn back within 4. Just over 16 minutes of action left. Brinson around the screen. Gets inside, looking for Heathcock, who slams it home. The alley-oop for DeAnthony Heathcock pushed the lead, 41-35. About the third or fourth time they've tried that move today. Heathcock finally is able to convert. Bullock, right side of the front court, guarded by Oates. Trying to work his way inside, crossover dribble at the elbow. Now dishes underneath to Hinkle, who loses his handle, but is fouled in an attempt to retrieve it by Causey, who just landed over the top of him. Brad Causey picks up his third. Team second. Howard and Jeter on the floor for Causey and McKinney. Meanwhile, Shields and Hinkle check out for Bluefield. Just the return of McClellan and Carroll. Bluefield basketball with a fresh 20 on the shot clock. They get it in to White along the left side. He sinks the long two just inside the three-point arc. 15:29 left. Rams lead, trimmed down to 4. Meanwhile, Columbia International has sank each of their last 3 shots. Right side, Christian Howard takes a couple dribbles in, nearly loses his handle, picks it back up, dishes out to Heathcock. Now Brinson along the left arc, into the corner for Heathcock. 7 to shoot for CIU. Heathcock picks it up at the left wing. Now dishes to Oates, has to rush a 3 from the corner, left short with time expired. Rebound grab by Bluefield's Bullock. Bullock in transition, stops in the front court, gives over to White. A 4-point lead for CIU. White, pull up J from the elbow, good. Elijah White, the hottest can be in this second half. Now 17 points for the true freshman, a new career high. Jeter, crossover on the right side, works his way in the paint. Runner good from the sophomore guard. 14.5 left. Rams lead it back up by 4. McClellan looking to drive. He's fouled hard on his right-handed layup, which is no good. Both Jeter and Heathcock there defensively, but it's Heathcock picking up his first personal and team's third. Sage McClellan at the line, the sophomore, an 85% shooter from the line. He's 6 of 7 this season. First attempt today, left short. James Davis steps on for Brinson. Meanwhile, Heathcock and Oates head to the sidelines with McKinney back on, along with Olavrasic. McClellan's second free throw good. As Kenny Page sees his first game minutes, stepping into place of Christian Bullock. Page, a freshman of Hampton, Virginia. Full court pressure applied, but the Rams quickly break it. CIU in transition, there goes Jeter. Left side, blocked off the backboard by Mann, as he'll corral the board. White along the right side, kicks it back out. McKinley Mann, right wing 3, off the mark. McKinley, the board. Skylar McKinney doing what he does best, that's attacking the glass. Third rebound this afternoon. Howard, stop, turnaround, no good. Man the board. 43-40. Columbia International leads this tightly contested contest. Top of the key Page, just out Mann. Right side baseline jumper good from McKinley Mann with 13 minutes and 30 seconds left. Columbia International leads it by just 1. Davis up the right side of the floor. Guarded there by Page, crossover dribble, quick moves. Underneath pass to Howard. Nearly lost his grasp, was able to recover. Now goes back out to Olavrasic. Shot from the elbow, no good. Bluefield with an opportunity to take a lead for the first time since they were up 5-2. McClellan, right side baseline, jumper no good. Jeter corrals it. 43-42 our score. Under 13 minutes left. Jeter's pass right side, stolen by Page. On the other end, he lays it up with the right hand, and Bluefield has taken the lead. 44-43. As I said, their first lead since they were up 5-2 back early on in this one. Howard along the right side, goes underneath Skylar McKinney. Working right baseline, guarded by McClellan. Tries lifting a shot from the block. He's fouled. We'll head to the line. Sage McClellan picks up his first, team's third. Columbia International trailing by 1 after they led as much as 14 in the first half. McKinney at the line for 2. He'll knock down the first. 12:26 to play. McKinney, the senior out of Marion, North Carolina. He's had double figures in all 5 of the Rams contests this season, but he breaks the second free throw and is limited to 6 points so far. Tied at 44. On the other end, J-Pack swipes it away. A freshman head to the other end, stops left side of the three-point line. Gets a screen from Malavrazic. But getting around it is his defender, Elijah White. He gives to the left baseline for Howard, guarded there by Mann. Working his defender down to the low post. Howard kicks it back out to Davis along the three-point line. Underneath to McKinney with 5 to shoot. Shot up, just pinballs out. He'll head to the line. Delonte Carroll picks up his first, team's fourth. McKinney is once back at the line again. First free throw up and good. We go back to this Rams' last game against St. Andrews. McKinney a double-double, 17 points, 12 rebounds, the second of his career. So far today, 7 points, 3 boards. Second attempt, good, just as the first. 2 for 2 on that trip is McKinney. It's 46-44, Rams back on top with 11:56 left to play. Kenny Page works his way into the interior and then is fouled. J-Pack picks up his second, team's fourth. 11:53 to play. This will be Bluefield basketball underneath their own hoop. McClellan to trigger. Carroll and Malavrazic getting tangled up prior to the inbounds pass. And now it falls in the hands of McClellan. He quickly gets it into Mann in the left corner. Handoff pass back to White. Step back 3 ball left corner. Good. Elijah White knocks it down. Career day continues for the true freshman now with a team high 20 points. 47-46, Bluefield back up by 1. Right side 3 ball, McKinney looking to respond, too strong. Rebound poked out. Last touch by Columbia International. Malavrazic going to check out. Heathcock back on the floor for CIU. Oates returns as well for James Davis. 11 minutes, 40 seconds left to play. Bluefield up 47-46, a team that struggled at times offensively in the first half with just 27 points, have broken out with so far 20 to the first leg of the second half. Turnaround shot from White, no good. Offensive board grab by Mann, and the putback with authority. Delonte Carroll, who slams it home. Third crack at it from Delonte Carroll. That pushes the Bluefield lead 49-46. Oates driving, right hand good. Darian Oates isn't a flashy guy. He's one of the quiet leaders of this team as Tony Stodman puts it a lead by example guy. The senior just quietly drove his way in the lane to draw Columbia International back within 1 and in a field goal drought of over 3.5 minutes. White at the top of the key, guarded by Brinson. Hands is off to McClellan. Pull up 3 ball from the straightaway, good. Sage McClellan sinks it. Now 3 for 5 on the year from three-point land is McClellan, as Bluefield takes a 52-48 lead. Oates stopped at the left elbow, gives it back out to McKinney. McKinney nearly has it taken away. He's able to recover. Dish in the corner, J. Pack driving. Kicks it out, left side, Darian Oates. Spin move with 8 to shoot. Stopped on the outskirts of the paint. Jumper off the back iron. Rebound by Kenny Page. And he's whistled for the carry at midcourt. 10:06 left. Bluefield up 52-48. As Elijah White checks out along with McKinley Mann. See Spencer Hairston and Jamal Hinkle return to action for Bluefield. Just over 10 minutes left in the ball game, and Bluefield up by 4. Oates, Pack, McKinney, Brinson, Heathcock, the 5 Rams on the floor as they try to erase a 4-point deficit. In the hands of Darian Oates along the left wing. Guarded there by McClellan, looking to go underneath the Heathcock, kicks it back outside to Pack. Pack drives, dish out, right wing 3 from Brinson. Too strong, loose rebound. And as Brinson was trying to corral it, he fouls Kenny Page. Brinson's first, team's 5th. Brinson struggling today, just 3 points in the afternoon for the senior point guard. 9:46 left. Bluefield up 52-48. Left side, McClellan. Dish back out to Hairston. Into the hands of Hinkle, guarded by McKinney along the right wing. He drives, left hand, shot left short. Late foul call will send him to the line. 9.5 to go. Well, Jamal Hinkle will set with a stripe in hopes of extending Bluefield's 4-point lead. Skylar McKinney picks up his first, team 6th. Hinkle's first attempt too strong. A graduate student from Augusta, Georgia. Had been 70% from the line prior to that shot. This is first attempts today. He knocks down the second as it just rolls in. They get it into Brinson on a full court press. Up to Pack, crosses midcourt. Pack creates some space, defended by Hairston. Now the offense will reset with 9:20 to play. 53-48 Bluefield leads. Pack drives left baseline, pull-up jumper, too strong. Rebound grabbed by Hinkle as Page will bring it up the floor. Crossing midcourt is Kenny Page, the freshman guard. He gets a screen from Carroll. Stops short of the post, turnaround shot, left short. Carroll, the offensive putback, not there. Loose rebound, corralled by Brinson. Go over the top to Pack. Drives up and under with the right hand, not there. Heathcock, the putback, off the mark as well. A wasted opportunity from CIU as they missed 2 layups and have now made just one of their last 9 shots from the floor as they trail by 5 with 8:40 to play. Page drives, right hand, too strong. Carroll the board and putback. Delonte Carroll with just 4 points, but he's made an impact on the boards. That is 9th rebound this afternoon. 8:34 to play. Timeout, Columbia International. As Bluefield leads at 55-48. We'll be back in a moment on the CIU Sports Network. Columbia International in a deficit. They trail Bluefield 55-48 with 8 minutes and 34 seconds left of action in this AAC matchup. Two teams hungry for a win. Bluefield winners 2 of their last 3. Meanwhile, Columbia International losers 2 of their last 3. Trying to get back on the winning side of things as Tony Stockman's squad. It's CIU basketball out of their own timeout, down by 7. Brinson crosses the center court logo. He's defended there by Page. Dribbles right side, dishes to Howard along the wing. Defended by Carroll, an all-defensive team member last year. Back up top of the key to McKinney, who's tripped up by McClellan as he received the pass. Foul on the floor. McClellan, his second, Bluefield's 5th, with 8:14 to play. Brinson inbounds on the near sideline, just in front of the Rams bench as they look to end a Bluefield 6-0 run. Inbounds to McKinney, dribbles back to the right arc, handoff pass to Brinson, the senior point guard. This is right back to Skylar McKinney. He dribbles left hand into the paint, blocked up off the backboard, but that'll be goaltending. As Volante Carroll not pleased with the referee's call, but I believe they got it right. McKinney had lifted the layup in the air, and it was just over the circle of the rim when Carroll rejected it off the backboard. Well, fresh onto the floor for CIU as well is Ramiro Arrilaga, senior out of Uruguay. His first minutes this season due to a lower leg injury. Elijah White driving left hand for Bluefield, up and in. The freshman point guard just cannot be stopped today. A career-high 22 points as he pushes the Bluefield lead back to 7. McKinney now left side, gets a screen from Howard, has to pick up his dribble. Goes back up top, Darian Oates. Spin move, nearly loses it. Dishes right side, in the corner for Brinson, who dribbles into the paint, lifts a right-handed runner up and through. Jalen Brinson now with 5 points as he cuts the deficit down to 5. 7.5 to go. Columbia International needing a defensive stop. Bluefield up by 5 as Elijah White dishes from the left wing down underneath to Hinkle. But Arrilaga whistled for the foul, a push on the back of Hinkle as he received the pass. That's Arrilaga's first. Columbia International's 7th to put Hinkle at the line for a 1-1 opportunity. Hinkle, a 70% shooter on the season. He's 1 for 2 today. First attempt on this trip is up and good for the graduate student out of Augusta, Georgia. Hinkle on a streak of 3 straight games in double figures to be into tonight. His second attempt is good to take him to 7 points this evening on 2 of 5 shooting and 3 rebounds. 59-52, Bluefield leads Columbia International. These two teams split their 2 meetings a season ago. CIU trailing by 7. Howard has it at the top of the key. Dishes right side to McKinney. Looking to drive. McKinney has it punched out, but he's fouled in the process by Jamal Hinkle. His first, team 6th. Brinson inbounds just in front of the CIU bench. Goes up and over the top to Howard, who corrals it on the low post. From inside the paint, he battles his way in, but the short-range shot won't fall, and a foul is whistled on the rebound. Christian Howard, a push of Volante Carroll, who grabbed the board. That's Howard's second, Columbia International's 8th. It's just as Carroll brought down the rebound, it was a late push from Howard to put Carroll at the stripe. A 1-1 opportunity. Carroll's first attempt is good. Bluefield shooting 80% from the line as a team through their first 6 games of the season coming into this evening. Carroll's second attempt just as good as the first. Now 6 points for him. 61-52. Bluefield has extended their lead to 9 points, the largest of the night. Darian Oates spin move into the paint. Good from coast to coast goes Darian Oates. The deficit back down to 7. 6.5 to play as Bluefield looks to seal the deal over these final few minutes to build on their 7-point lead. Christian Bullock dribbling left side, defended by McKinney. Gets a screen as he takes it back to the top of the key. Now dribbles right elbow. Pull-up jumper from the free throw line. Just pinballs in. It kissed every inch of the rim before falling through for Christian Bullock as that basket takes him to double digits with 11. and push the lead back to 9 for Bluefield. Oates crosses center court. Now looking to step back 3 at the straightaway. Passes right side to McKinney, who took it to the baseline, then brings it back outside. Into the hands of Howard from the corner. Cuts back door for Aralaga, whose layup too strong off the window. Rebound by Carroll. Hands it off left side. White, pull up 3, boom. Elijah White struts in style up the floor as he knows he's feeling it tonight. 10 of 17 from the floor is Elijah White with 25 points. Brinson lays it up and in for CIU to respond with the layup, but the deficit currently sits at 10 points. Columbia International with 5:20 left to play are going to need some defensive stops over these next few possessions. Meanwhile, Bluefield has sank each of their last 4 shots. Stripped away and stolen by Howard. Headed on the other end, Howard with the right hand, up and good. Those are the type of things you need. Just as White received the pass, he was double teamed in the front court, and Howard picked his pocket. Under 5 to go. Page dribbles up right side, dishes over to Hinkle, who slams it down. A rim rocker from Jamal Hinkle with 4:47 to play. Bluefield back up 68-58. Oates gets a screen from Howard. Stops the top of the key, dishes over to McKinney. Driving right-hand runner good from Skylar McKinney. Timeout, Columbia International. Well, McKinney finds yet another basket tonight. That takes him to 12. Meanwhile, the Rams still trail it. Bluefield leads 68-60 with 4 minutes, 32 seconds left. We'll be back on the CIU Sports Network. Out of the Columbia International timeout, while the Rams have made each of their last 3 shots, Bluefield has made each of their last 5, and Bluefield leads 68-60 with 4 minutes and 32 seconds left to play. Both teams hungry for yet another AAC win. Still in the early portion of this November schedule. Inbounds to Elijah White as it's Bluefield basketball. He works against a full court press, still haven't gotten across. Out to Hewitt, and now dished across the timeline to White again, who draws the double team. Back out to Hewitt, driving right side from the wing to the post. His layup is off the right side of the backboard, grabbed by Howard. Up the floor, left side, Darian Oates. Trying to drive, right-hand reversal, good. And Columbia International comes out of the timeout, responding the way they want. Getting a defensive stop and a bucket on the other end. The deficit trimmed down to 6. White breaks the press, gets it to man. Out to Hinkle, who corrals it just outside the elbow, and he's fouled, trying to make his way to the post. Jalen Brinson going for the strip steal. Instead, picks up his second personal as he catches the forearm of Hinkle, who is heading up for the shot. 19 foul for Columbia International. Hinkle at the stripe. Shot up and good for a player who's now 4 for 5 from the line tonight. Kenny Page checks in for Caleb Hewitt in Bluefield. Page today 10 minutes and 2 points. Second free throw from Hinkle is able to rattle in, and the lead back to 8 for Bluefield. 70-62 with 3:48 to go. Oates dribbles up right side of the floor, makes his defender slip. Kicks back right side, McKinney into the corner for Brinson. Brinson works right to left, stops at the elbow, kicks left corner. Darian Oates 3-ball. You betcha. Darian Oates knocking it down from the left side to draw CIU within 5. Inbounds pass stolen by Jeter. Right hand layup good. Deficit down to 3. Timeout Bluefield. How about that? A quick 5 points within 3 seconds of CIU. 3:25 left. 70-67. Our score will be back in moments. Bluefield leading by 3 on the CIU Sports Network. Columbia International has sank each of their last 6 shots to draw within 3 of Bluefield as CIU trails 70-67 with 3 minutes and 25 seconds left to play. Fresh out of the Bluefield timeout as their lead of 8 was quickly trimmed down to 3, courtesy of a 3-ball from Darian Oates and a turnover on the inbounds pass that was capped off by a layup from Jalen Jeter. A quick 5 points within 2 seconds from CIU. It's a 1-possession game inside the Moore Fitness Center. Elijah White breaks the pass, dishes out to White. Gives it right back. White along the right side, defended by McKinney. 3:09 left and a 3-point lead for Bluefield. Elijah White driving right-hand layup, good and 1. Skylar McKinney, the guilty party, picks up his second. Team's 9. It's Elijah White steps to the line for the first time today. He's an 85% shooter. Now with 27 points, a career high for the freshman. His free throw is good as he completes the 3-point play. Now 28 points for White. 3 minutes left, the lead back to 6 for Bluefield. Just as CIU trimmed it, Bluefield responded. Brinson along the right side, brings back top of the key. Out to McKinney along the baseline, back to the wing. To the straightaway for Darian Oates. Trying to work his way inside with the left hand, puts it up, off the mark. Loose rebound, poked over to Elijah White, the point guard with 2.5 to go. White up the right side, gets into the front court, hands it off to Bullock. Dishes out, Kenny Page right side. He brings it back up to the straightaway and back to midcourt. 2:24 left. 73-67, Bluefield leads. Cross-court pass to Bullock from left to right. He drives. Shot good from the right elbow from Christian Bullock. Not much more that Christian Howard could have done to defend that. 75-67, Bluefield leads. Oates gets a screen from McKinney, now back in the corner. Running layup good from Jalen Brinson on the baseline with under 2 minutes to go. 75-69 our score, a 6-point lead for Bluefield. Page picks it up, gives back to White. Now gives way to Bullock. Rams putting on a double team in the front court. Page breaks it, dribbles into the paint, runner off the mark. Bluefield had made 7 of their previous 8. Jeter grabs the rebound. His pass out the perimeter, punched away. It will stay Rams basketball. Full timeout taken by Bluefield with 1:31 left. And Bluefield up 75-69. Back in moments as it's CIU basketball. We return on the CIU Sports Network. Bluefield leads Columbia International 75-69 with a minute 31 left of action in this AAC contest. It's CIU basketball out of the Bluefield timeout. Bluefield's all out of timeouts. Meanwhile, CIU has one remaining. A 6-point lead for Bluefield. Princeton inbounds for Columbia International. Immediately gets it into Oates. Gives right back to Brinson. Drives, right-hand runner, too strong. Rebound, poke back out to McKinney. It gives way to Brinson. Now to Oates, wide open lane, driving left hand, fouled in his pursuit of the basket. Valante Carroll came down over the top. His second. Team's seventh. And Darian Oates will step the line for 2. 7 for 10 on the season is Oates, his first trip tonight. Free throw good. Darian Oates, a team high 21 points. Columbia International has gone 8 of 11 from the stripe tonight. Second one good from Oates. 2 for 2 on that trip as he cuts the deficit down to 4 with a minute 17 to play. Bluefield up 75-71. Inbounds to White as he gets it up to McClellan. Now up the floor to Bullock as they break the press into the front court. Standing on the left wing is Bullock. Back up top at the center court logo for Elijah White. Opposite corner for Valante Carroll as they go back outside for Bullock. Bullock out to McClellan along the right side. Back to the logo for Bullock. 9 to shoot. 55 to play. White foul. Along the left side trying to create space. He'll draw the contact. Just on a bump foul from Darian Oates. His first. Team's 10th. As that'll put Elijah White at the stripe 1 for 1 tonight with a game high 28 points. 2 shots for White. First one off the mark. The deficit remains at 4 with 52.7 seconds left. White, 3 dribbles, the second free throw. Rolls in. A 5-point lead for Bluefield, 76-71 with 50 seconds left to play. 27 on the shot clock. Brinson kicks back out. Straightaway 3 ball from McKinney. Boom! Skylar McKinney, the straightaway, cuts the deficit down to 2 points. 44 seconds left, 76-74. Bluefield out of timeout, CIU with 1. 41 seconds left to play, 27 to shoot. Bullock has it for Bluefield along the left side of the floor. Gives back to White. If they can find a bucket, it may seal it. Cross-court pass to McClellan, back up top of the center court logo for Bullock. 15 to shoot, 27 to play. McClellan holds it on the left side of the front court. Now dribbles right side over to Bullock. 8 to shoot, 21 to play. Into Hinkle. Right post runner off the mark. Rebound, poke loose, grab by McKinney. 14 seconds left to play. Columbia International down by 2. Timeout, CIU. Holy moly. 12.1 seconds are left. And CIU has a chance at a last shot. A 2-pointer ties it. A 3 wins it. 12 seconds left. 76-74. Bluefield leads. We'll be back in moments on the CIU Sports Network. Bluefield leads 76-74, but it all comes down to this final possession. A 2-point lead for Bluefield with 12.1 seconds left, and it's Columbia International basketball out of their own timeout. A 2-point basket ties it. A 3-pointer gives the Rams the lead. Bluefield up by 2 with 12 seconds left. It's Brinson inbounds for CIU in front of the Rams bench. Brinson, Jeter, Howard, Oates, McKinney, the 5 Rams on the floor. But Bluefield will take a quick 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. Bluefield up 76-74, though they had a lead at one point in time of 12. Meanwhile, the Rams, they trail by 2. They themselves had a double-digit lead back in the first half of 14 points. It's been a back-and-forth contest and a roller coaster of emotions for both teams. If you're looking to tie this game, if you're Columbia International, you've dominated the paint today, outscoring Bluefield by 14 on the interior. Meanwhile, on the outside, the Rams this afternoon shooting 28% from 3, as they've gone 5 of 18 from beyond the arc. Bluefield leads 76-74 with 12 seconds left. Columbia International basketball in hopes of tying it or perhaps winning it. Brinson to inbounds on the near sideline. Gets it into Darian Oates in the right corner as he takes it back top of the key. Skylar McKinney, the senior forward, gets the left elbow. Puts up a shot, no good. Put back off the mark. McKinney to second chance points. Blocked out of bounds by Carroll with 1.3 seconds left. .3 seconds left. And Bluefield head coach Richard Morgan is saying the clock should have kept running because the ball went out of bounds, but it hit the wall, which then signaled the referee's whistle with 1.3 seconds left. It's 76-74 Bluefield. Both teams going to head to their sidelines to talk it over with their coaches as the referees counsel up about this decision. It would be Rams basketball in hopes of getting one last shot off. McKinney put one up from inside the circle. Volante Carroll, an all-AAC defensive team member last year, rejected it almost into the 4th or 5th row of the bleachers. And the clock stopped at 1.3 seconds. 76-74. Bluefield leads Columbia International. The referees decide that the clock will stay with 1.3, and I believe they will. It will be Columbia International possession. The referees will stick with it. 1.3 is on the game clock. Enough for one shot. Columbia International, though, will take a full timeout. We'll take it with them. Down by 2, 1.3 left. We'll be back on the CIU Sports Network. You've got to pump it up over the PA system. 1.3 seconds left. Columbia International trails Bluefield by 2, 76-74. It's Rams basketball underneath their own hoop. Brinson, Heathcock, Oates, Howard, McKinney on the floor. Brinson to inbounds, gets it to Skylar McKinney, right hand layup, good, tied, we're headed to overtime, baby. Skylar McKinney got an open look on the right side off of a backdoor screen to tie it up at 76. We'll see you in overtime. Free basketball coming up when we return on the CIU Sports Network. back on the CIU Sports Network. If you're looking for excitement, you found it on this Tuesday evening as we are headed to overtime. A buzzer beater shot from Skylar McKinney inside the paint. Got it to fall. And CIU has tied it up with Bluefield at 76. 5 minutes of overtime as we'll get things underway here momentarily. Anthony Heathcock, Jalen Brinson, Christian Howard, Darian Oates, and Skylar McKinney, the 5 Rams on the floor. Meanwhile, for Bluefield, it's Carroll, White, McClellan, Bullock, and Page out there. 5 minutes here in overtime. Tip-off won by Bluefield as Page will bring it up the floor. Page dribbling right side, guarded by Brinson. Takes it to the right arc, then retreats back towards center court for McClellan. Handoff pass, Bullock. Takes to the top of the key with 10 to shoot, guarded by McKinney. Bullock driving, right-hand layup, good from Christian Bullock. The junior guard now with 15 points as Bluefield goes up by 2 with 4.5 to play in overtime. Brinson crosses center court. He stands at the straightaway, dishes left side. Darian Oates guarded there by White. Underneath to McKinney, defended by Bullock. Shot from the low post for Skylar McKinney, who rattles in. McKinney leading the charge, now 19 points to tie it back up at 78 with now 4 minutes left in overtime. Handoff, Kenny Page draws the double team. Out to Elijah White, who looked at the 3 ball. But will instead pass it around the perimeter in the hands of Sage McClellan, whose 3-pointer won't go. Loose rebound, falls back in the hands of McClellan, who lays it up with the right hand and gives Bluefield an 80-78 lead. 3:43 left in overtime. McKinney, right arc 3 wide open. Off the front iron, Howard the putback with the second chance points. Tied at 80 with 3:23 left here in overtime. Page along the left side. Goes to Bullock. Now back out to Page along the left arc. Page driving, right hand on McKinney. Layup left short. Carroll the offensive board and putback for Volante Carroll. Neither team wanting to budge an inch as Bluefield goes back up 82-80. 2:56 left in overtime. Right side stands Darian Oates. He takes it back top of the key from McKinney, who gives it right back to Oates. 8 to shoot. In the corner for Jalen Brinson. Brinson gets the elbow, then slips. Ball's loose on the ground, out to McKinney. 3 to shoot. He has to lift it up. 3 ball in the air off the front iron. Offensive board grabbed by Heathcock, and a jump ball is called. It'll stay Rams possession. Officials timeout to wipe up the floor where Brinson slipped. Jamal Hinkle in the meantime will check in for Page. .231 left. Here in overtime. Bluefield up 82-80. Inbounds to McKinney. He takes the left elbow back behind the back pass to Oates in the corner. Shot too strong off the back iron. Jump ball this time goes to Bluefield as Howard and Carroll both came down with the rebound. Well, in his 5 seasons as head coach, Tony Stoutman 3-5 in overtime games with the Rams. It's taking over the program back in 2018. 82-80, Bluefield leads with 2:15 to play in overtime. White driving, left-hand layup, good. Elijah White just continues his career day, now 31 points this afternoon for the freshman guard. 2 minutes left. 84-80, Bluefield leads it. Back to Brinson, top of the key. He dribbles to the right arc, up underneath to Heathcock. The pass nearly gets away. He's able to corral it on the baseline. Back out to Oates. To Howard at the low post. Spin move, left hand, bucket. Christian Howard lays it in. Now 15 points for the sophomore with 1:42 left of overtime. And Bluefield up 84-82. White going to slow things down as he brings it across the center court logo. Pass right side for Bullock, guarded there by Brinson. 14 to shoot, a minute 27 to play. Bullock, crossover dribble, spin move into the paint, backing down Brinson. Turnaround shot, good. Christian Bullock pushes the Bluefield lead up to 4 points with a minute 15 to go in overtime. 86-82 Bluefield. Oates left side out to McKinney, who's nearly fouled the top of the key on the pass retrieval. Gets over to Brinson, right wing three, bang! Jalen Brinson cuts the deficit down to 1 with 1 minute left. Bluefield up 86-85 in overtime. Bluefield looking to extend that lead as White holds it right side of the floor. Cross-court pass intercepted by McKinney. Out to Brinson, it's 3-on-2. Jalen drives, right-hand runner, good. Columbia International with an 87-86 lead. 43 seconds to play. Inbounds goes to White. He works at the left side of the floor, now in the hands of Hinkle. CIU leading by 1 with 35 seconds left, 20 to shoot. Bullock draws the double team. Timeout Bluefield. 31 seconds left. Lots of energy inside the Moore Fitness Center. 87-86. Columbia International leads Bluefield with 31 seconds remaining in overtime. We'll take a break and be back in 60 seconds. '86 points for Bluefield, 87 for Columbia International. With 31 seconds left, CIU leads it by 1 over Bluefield in overtime. 31 seconds left, 87-86, CIU leads. Both teams have made each of their last 3 shots, but it could all come down to this possession for Bluefield. They'll have it out of their own timeout with McClellan to inbounds just in front of Bluefield's bench. McKinney, Brinson, Howard, Heathcock, Oates, the 5 Rams on the floor to defend. McClellan to inbounds to Bullock, White, Mann, and Carroll. He gets it into White in the front court, who immediately draws the double team. 29 seconds left, 14 to shoot. White driving, reverse right-hand layup off the mark. Rebound grabbed by Jalen Brinson, who's immediately fouled by White. Just his first, team 7th. That'll put Brinson at the line on the other end. One of the Rams' best free throw shooters. You don't want to give him the jinx, but Jalen Brinson 9 for 9 from the stripe this season. Senior out of Orlando, with Columbia International holding a 1-point lead. A 1-1 opportunity. This first one rattles in. The lead up to 2. There will be no shot clock as just 22 seconds remain in overtime. Kenny Page onto the floor for McClellan. Columbia International up by 2. Brinson a chance to push it to 3 with 22 seconds left of overtime. The shot, good. 89-86 CIU with 22 seconds left of overtime. Inbounds to Page. Works up the floor on Brinson. Crosses center court, dishes right side for Page. Guarded heavily there by Oates. His pass goes nowhere but back court. And Bluefield will pick it up there with 11 seconds left. Turnover, it's Rams basketball. McClellan checks back in for White with 11 seconds left of overtime, and CIU up 89-86. You have to figure that Bluefield may foul. Howard to inbounds, just in front of the Rams bench, guarded there by Mann. Gets it in to McKinney, who draws a double team, trying to create space. He's fouled. 8.2 seconds left. And Bullock picking up the personal, a 19 foul. McKinney at the line. He's left it all on the floor today. 19 points, 7 rebounds, including 3 for 4 from the line. Over the last 55 seconds of overtime, CIU has strung together a 7-0 run, as they've made each of their last 3 shots. McKinley a man out, Bullock back on. McKinney at the line, a 1-1 opportunity. He'll knock down the first, and that should all but ice it. A 4-point lead for CIU. McKinney, 2 for 2 from the line. He pushes the lead to 91-86. Rams up by 5 points with 3 seconds left. Page can't connect on the layup on the other end. Hinkle knocks it through, though, for the putback. And Bluefield is within 3 with 1.4 left. 91-88. Columbia International leads. 60-second timeout. We'll take it with them. 1.4 seconds left in overtime. CIU up by 3. We'll be back on the CIU Sports Network. .4 seconds are left in overtime. Columbia International leads Bluefield 91-88 as CIU has the inbounds on the opposite end of the floor. Bluefield just calling the timeout, hoping they can get a quick steal and 3-ball to tie it. Rams lead it by 3. All I have to do is get the inbounds. Howard, the trigger, gets it into McKinney, who's immediately fouled, but time will expire. And I believe they may put some time back on the clock before it's over, and no, that's the game. Your final score in overtime, 91-88. Columbia International takes down Bluefield. Leading scorer for CIU, Darian Oates with 22 points, but it wouldn't have been possible without Skylar McKinney. 21 points, 7 rebounds, including the game-tying basket to end regulation. We'll take a break and be back with both McKinney and head coach Tony Stotman. We return on the CIU Sports Network. Back on the CIU Sports Network with Coach Stockman. Coach, congrats on the overtime win. 91-88, your group takes down Bluefield. Over the final minute of overtime, a 7-2 run from your group to seal it. What showed the resiliency?
Yeah, I mean, Ace didn't quit. I know some of those guys were really tired. I mean, 37, Skylar 37 minutes, Darian 30, that's a lot of minutes. Shoot, Jalen 30, they just kept playing. They kept fighting and believing. Great defense, and then we made the shots that we needed. It was some tough shots through that whole part, so just proud of the guys.
A roller coaster of a game. Both teams had double-digit leads at times. How, as a coach, do you maintain those emotions?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, basketball's a game of runs, so we talk about it all the time. Like, we're going to go on our run, and they're going to go on theirs. It's just how you respond to that. Can you stop the run, and can you get back on yours? And I thought we did a good job of not quitting, staying with the game plan. And like I said, the guys locked in and made the shots.
Today's player of the game, Skylar McKinney, 22 points, but including the one that sealed the deal there at the end of regulation to send you to overtime. What did you say about his play?
Yeah, Skylar, I mean, we trust in Skylar, man. He's tough. He's going to make the tough shots. He wants to take the tough shots. Great competitor, hates to lose. My type of player.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
That's head coach Tony Stockman of the Rams. They lock up a 91-88 win. Now joined by our player of the game, Skylar McKinney. Skylar, that last bucket to end regulation to send it into overtime and tie it up. What did you see on the look?
I just knew if I screened DeAnthony's man, they would all go to him because our last play at halftime, we had a lob play for him, and he missed it. And I knew they was going to focus on him. And so I just turned, and Jalen saw me, and I just threw it up, and it went in.
37 points today for you, totaling up through overtime. How do you stay so active and so fast on the floor and find that extra gear?
I don't know. I just know my team. I got trust in my teammates to find me, and I know if I miss it, it doesn't matter. We will go try to play defense. It didn't look good today, but it's all about improving each and every day.
A 7-2 run to end overtime. How did your group find that closing finish?
Just fighting and trusting each other.
Thanks, Skylar.
Thank you.
The Rams win at 91-88 over Bluefield as they'll head up to Kingsport, Tennessee at NAIA The Show coming up on Friday to take on Washington Adventist. Well, that'll wrap it up for us here inside the Moore Fitness Center. I'm Kate Crenshaw saying so long. We'll see you next time. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. And as always, remember to smile. Good night.